Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord, whom you seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in. Behold, he shall come, says the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. And he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.
Look, all these niggas worry about bankrolls. Lately I've been worried about the heaven gates. All my people dying for pesos, but they can't go and take it to the grave. I'm telling my people just lay low. Yeah, we gon' see the kingdom brother one day. We gon' see the kingdom brother one day. Yeah, we gon' see the, look, gotta keep it heated cause it's cold in Babylon. I be praying for my people, hoping that they stand strong. Don't like talking about my feelings, so I put it in a song. I keep it in for too long, it blow up like a bomb. All these other nations, all my mama, I ain't think about you. I'm about the 12 tribes, you ain't tryna go repent, they your ass right. Don't even doubt your Howard shy, cause he gon' slide. Yeah, and I've been looking for the truth all my life and I didn't know it. Why my people gang bang, all they out hoeing? How the fuck we God's children, but we ain't showing? Cause it's Bible prophecy, all up in motion. Lately I've been coasting, trying to keep my head up. All the shit we going through really got me fed up. The solution is to go and hustle, get my bread up. My solution is do the work and don't you let up. Like Hari said, yeah nigga, now I'm back on. Bible in my hand, you know I keep a strap on. See my rib and you trying to get your Mac on? That's the fastest way your ass to get clapped on. When it comes down to it, gotta stay 100. Hold it down, ain't no running. For the camp, we be gunning. I ain't going out for nothing. See my chain that we stunning. Up this bitch, I ain't bluffing. Come for us, then we bustin'. All these niggas worry about bankrolls. Lately I've been worried about the heaven gates. All my people dying for pesos, but they can't go and take it to the grave. I'm telling my people just lay low. Yeah, we gon' see the kingdom brother one day. We gon' see the kingdom brother one day. Yeah, we gon' see the, look.
Alright, shalom, family. Peace and blessings. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all, send the video out. You know what I'm saying? We got another video, a little class lesson for y'all. As y'all can see by the title, we're going to be getting into Are You a True Friend? So, like, share, and subscribe, family. If you got anybody that you think needs to be a true friend or is a true friend, send this video to them. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. All right. We're going to give it a few more minutes or 2 minutes to let everybody load in real quick. Let's see what's up. Shalom, Sister Kayleen. Shalom, Sister Lily. How y'all doing today? Pray the Most High bless y'all. Y'all stay in the spirit. I hope y'all enjoy this lesson today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Listening. Let's get in the spirit. Let's get in this word on this fine Saturday. here in Babylon, aka America. All praises. It is getting hot. All right, cool. I sound good in the. I sound good. Okay, cool. All right, let's get to it, man. Y'all hear me in the chat? Drop ones if y'all can hear me. Everything good? We gotta be louder, lower. Let me know. Shalom Bon yeah, man. Bon Yeezy, man. Alright, you got that? Loud and clear. Roger that, man. Alright, we're gonna start now, man. All praises to the Most High. Alright, so let's get into it, man. So today my lesson is gonna be on are you in the truth, right? I mean, Salakia, are you a true friend? Right? So, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? It's your boy Alawan from the Refiners.
This is Yatazak Shaman.
Right, I got my war dog with me. And today, my lesson is going to be on are you a true friend, man? So, all praise to the Most High. Right, and yeah, man. Let's, without a further ado, let's get into it, man. Right. So today's topic is what does it mean to be a friend? Are you a true friend? Are you somebody's friend? Are you a real friend? Are your friends really your friend to you? Are all friends good friends? Right. We're gonna be discussing all this today. You know. And hopefully we can reflect even on ourselves, right? Because a lot of the lessons that we have here in the Refiners, especially when we take turns giving lessons, we like to make lessons that we could go back and ponder on and reflect on ourselves, later on. So me myself, I want to become a better friend. Right, not only for myself, not only for my God, but also for my brothers and my sisters that I care about. You know, I don't want to be a bad friend to my brothers. I don't want to be a bad friend to my sisters in this truth and this walk. You know, so it's only right that I do my diligent part and be that good friend. You know, to the people that I care about. Right. So, let's see. So, a friend is a person, right? So, first off, let's start off with what is a friend, right? Let's see. What is a friend, right? So, a friend is a person who you share a bond of mutual affection, trust, and loyalty. Unlike family, this relationship is built on personal choice and often involves shared interest, emotional support, and companionship, right? So, friends, there's a saying that friends are like family that you get to choose. You can't choose who your mom is. You can't choose who your dad is. You can't choose who your family is, right? But Shalom, sister Anna, right? You can't choose who it is that you're born into this world with as your family, right? But you can choose who is your friend, and that's what the beautiful thing is about friendship, right? Having friends you could depend on, because sometimes having a friend could be closer than your own family at times, right? You could be closer to your own friends, closer than you. You can rely on your friend closer you can to your own blood brother or sister. Sometimes, uncle, family, cousins, mother, father, right? Salagia. So it's important. It's a great thing. It's a treasure to have a friend. The Most High puts these people in your life for a reason, right? And it's a blessing, right? But we also have to distinguish and understand who and what purposes people play in your life. You need to understand people's intentions and learn how to read people's spirits, right? And also, hopefully you'd be able to reflect on this yourself and see maybe if there's even areas in your life that you can improve in yourself, right? So, let's see. So, for some people, friends are closer than their own family. Some people say friends are their family, right? And that we actually get to choose these people. But just like family, friends can do you wrong. So we should be cautious about who we deem a friend, especially in this truth, right? Especially you claim to be a Hebrew Israelite man or woman in this truth. You have to be careful who you deem a friend, and a lot of these things are gonna they're gonna be beneficial. Also, dealing with relationships as well, right? So, but just like so, first I wanna start in the book of Sirach, right? We're gonna start in the book of Sirach. I'm gonna be reading this chapter in the GNT if you guys want to follow along in the Good News translation, right? So, could you get that for me, Baba Kasha?
Khan, this is Sirach 6, starting from the top at verse 1 in the GNT.
Uh-huh.
And do not be an enemy when you should be a friend.
Don't be an enemy when you should be a friend, right? Go ahead.
A bad reputation brings you the disgrace that lying sinners deserve.
Right. So read that one more time.
Khan. And do not be an enemy when you should be a friend. A bad reputation brings you the disgrace that lying sinners deserve.
Right. So right here. So this is the issue with Jake, right, in the world, and even us in the truth, right? So some of us, even some of us brothers in this truth, right? We shouldn't be like, oh, he's not in our camp, or he ain't messing. I ain't messing with him. He don't believe what I believe, right? Like for example, he believed Friday, Saturday, Sabbath. I believe lunar Sabbath. I'm not messing with that guy, right? But we should not be acting like that towards one another, man. Like that's not the type of spirit that we should be having, especially if you want to be a friend, right? It says, and do not be an enemy when you should be a friend. There's no reason that you should be an enemy towards your people, uh, for when you should be a friend and be friendly, like the Bible says, right? And we're going to be showing other examples of that shortly. So lucky. I'm just trying to fix this window right here. 1 second, family. Change the battery?
No, he didn't change the battery on the camera.
Screen is black. All right, Salakia family. Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Salakia. Do you got another battery? Or we're just gonna have to rock like this?
I think you have to rock like that. And then get an audio check. See what audio is.
Alright, so like our camera just died. So we're just gonna go off of the laptop real quick. Audio check. It's fixed. Audio's good. Yeah, it's just we're on the webcam now. But it's all good, man. Shalom. All good. All right, all praises. I'm gonna just have to continue like that. I mean, because I'm gonna have to bring the notes out. I'm gonna just go off my phone then for the notes. Yeah, we're gonna get to that one, Bunny, off for sure. All right, so let's see. Salakia for the little technical difficulty. We're gonna get back on that. So Okay, here we go. Let's just start from Sirach 6:1 again from the top.
Con. This is Sirach 6:1 in the GNT.
Mm-hmm.
And do not be an enemy when you should be a friend.
Right.
A bad reputation brings you the disgrace that lying sinners deserve.
Right. So these are the disgrace that lying sinners deserve, right? So I was saying like we shouldn't be like that way with people that believe different things as you, right? Especially our people, people that are claimed to be in the truth. We shouldn't be like that towards people from other camps because they rock fringes on their pants and not on their shirts, or their tassels have a string of blue and mine don't, or my holy day is 2 weeks from now, and like you feel me, like little things like that. We shouldn't be that shouldn't be stopping you from showing love and being friendly towards one another, man. Right? And unfortunately, a lot of those things do stop people from showing love for one another and being friendly. Huh? Yeah, I do. I should have attempted. Go ahead. Let's see if this camera works again. So lock you, folks. There we go. All right, perfect. I'm back on it. All praise to the Most High. Thank you, brother Dakar, man. Our technician, man. That's right. All praise to the Most High. So y'all ain't gotta be all up in my ugly face, man. All right, perfect. So, let's see. Okay, cool. Right. So us as Israelites, especially this gets dragged on from the world, right? A lot of our people, like even for myself, I'll put myself in as an example, right? I used to look at my people with the evil eye, man. Like I used to see other Hispanics, mostly other Hispanics, right? I never was really like that with Southern Kingdom brothers and stuff. I would see my own people and I'd be like I'd not want to mess with them, Like if you ain't from my hood, you ain't rocking the same colors, you ain't from the same place. I wasn't really trying to like mess with you, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time we carry that into the truth, and we have to clip that at the bud before we enter this, because we're supposed to be a new creature when we enter into this walk and be reborn under Christ, So it's the same thing, man. Like we have to be able to see another brother and be brotherly, right? Show love and understand that we are one family, right? So let's see. Y'all able to hear me? Everything good? All right, cool. All right, so you're gonna have a bad reputation, man. Right? If you're walking around acting like this with your own people, nobody's gonna want to mess with you, right? Nobody's gonna want to. I'm not gonna name the name of another camp, right? But I done had times where I seen brothers with fringes, with lilies, and all different types of stuff, and I come up and I want to shake their hands and show love, and brothers won't even shake my hand because I'm not part of their camp, man. Right. And unfortunately, that's just the reality of a lot of our people still have these type of mindsets. Right. But, we got to not take that offensively, but rather like I'd feel bad that my brother still operates in that type of fashion, man. Yeah, it's that type of spirit ultimately. Right. But this is something that we shouldn't let dictate us, especially in this walk, man. Shalom, Sister Eliana, right? Ashar Shabbat, Khan. Ashar Shabbat to you, right? So, you get verse 2?
Khan. Verse 2.
Khan.
And do not let your passions carry you away. This can tear your soul to pieces like a bull.
Right. So right here it says, do not let your passions carry you away. This can tear your soul apart I mean, you're sold to pieces like a bull, right? So your passions can carry you away and ruin your own relationships, man. So you got to be able to have self control, right? Your own passions might be able to, like, you could ruin relationships with people if you're too passionate about and focused on yourself, right? A relationship isn't only one person. That's what makes it a relationship. You have to be able to consider another person, you know, thoughts, feelings, understandings too, right? Because nobody really has to be your friend in this life. That's something that's given onto you from the Most High, you know. And finding a good friend is a defense, man. It's a treasure, right? And in your days of in your days where you're going through like the hardest tests, you know, tribulations, a friend could be there really to help you, you know, get through these things, right? And in order for you to get friends, you have to be a friend yourself, right? So you got to be able to control your passions, right? I've been in this walk, you know what I'm saying, for about 7 years now, right? I didn't seen a lot of people come and go, right? I had a lot of seen the people yeah, shalom, brother, shalom, sister, like, yeah, you know, I'm doing this, and people just fall off the face of the earth, man. You don't end up seeing them again, and then when you do see them again, they're back in the world, you know, they're doing X, Y, and Z. I didn't even see a couple people be part of the camps, you know, and they see it, they get the blueprint, they want to go and you know, start their own camp and start their own wave, right? But the messed up thing about it is not everybody has the same intentions, right? Some people might want to start a camp to serve the Lord, to do better, to do more, right? To be the best they can be. And some people might start a camp just because they want popularity. It's a trend, you know. There's some money aspects behind it if it gets to a certain point, you know. Women. Camera went out. Oh no, we're good. All right, women, etc. Right, and you need to be able to distinguish and test the spirits, right, as the Bible says. So, like I said, somebody might want to be a camp leader, start their own wave, but these people might try to force it, man, right? People might try to force this, right? Shalom Minority 144, right? Some people might try to force that when the Lord doesn't want you to do it, but you're forcing it in your own way, right? But your heart isn't correct in you, and the Lord's not placing it. He's not going to deal with you if your heart isn't in the right place, right? You get verse 3.
Mm-hmm. Sirach 6:3.
Mm-hmm.
You will be left like a dead tree without any leaves or fruit.
Right. So if you're forcing this to happen, right? If you're forcing any of these things to happen, you will be left like a dead tree without any leaves or fruit, right? The works that you bear aren't going to bear any fruit. And if anything, you're going to start to slowly fade away. It's like a tree with the leaves fall, shalom, right? You could tell the difference between a healthy growing tree with fruit abundant, right? Green fruits everywhere. It's strong, right? Compared to a tree that's withered away with all its leaves falling off and no fruit. It's all like, you know, withered, right? You need to be a tree with lots of fruit that's thriving, that's like live, you know, and not be a dead tree with its leaves and its fruit falling. And that's what's going to happen if you let your passions, you know, ruin your relationship with your friends, man. Right? Shalom.
Shalom.
So, Shalom, Maki. So you're read verse 4.
Okay. Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Evil desire will destroy you and make you a joke to your enemies.
So evil desires will destroy you and make you a joke to your enemies, right? So now you're walking around all bitter with evil thoughts in your heart, right? Because the way that you were trying to force it to work isn't working. So now you're a joke to everybody and everybody's against you. And now you have evil desires in your heart, right? Why? Because you're forcing something that wasn't you're forcing something that wasn't supposed to be, man. Right? And now you're walking around bitter. You have evil in your heart, and now everybody around you is making you a joke, right? But that's because you wanted to let these things affect you, man. You're a dead tree with its leaves and its fruits gone, right? Everybody's walking past, laughing at you like, "What's wrong with this?" Right? And it starts to mess with your spirit. So basically, you're being devoured by your own passions so much that evil is starting to pour out onto your friends, man. Right? The Bible talks about all this happening, and I've seen so many different examples of that in its truth in these 7 years, man. Right? So give me verse 5.
Verse 5.
Yeah, we're in Sirach chapter 6 verse 5 in the GNT. If you don't want to follow along. Shalom, shalom. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. If you are polite and courteous, you will enjoy the friendship of many people.
So if you're polite and you're courteous, you're gonna enjoy friendship of many people, bro. Not everybody's not gonna want to deal with you if you're walking around with a being an a-hole, man. Right? Nobody's gonna be dealing with you if you're being rude, if you're not, there's ways of being a friend, right? And this is why I'm making this lesson today, right? Because people gotta be conscious of what they say and what they do with people, right? Because you can't read people's minds about you, man, right? So you have to be aware of who you're presenting and what you're doing, right? So now this is explaining how you should be polite and be courteous to your brothers and your sisters, and people will actually like you, right? Verse 6.
Come on. Verse 6. Exchange greetings with many, but take advice from only one person out of 1,000.
Right. So don't just say hello to another brother, right? Because he believes the lunar Sabbath, right? And you're Saturday to Friday, right? You should be able to greet everybody, man. Right? Those are your people. You got to show love. You can't just be selective, right? You have to show love to your brothers and your sisters, man. Right? So get that?
Matthew?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Matthew 5 and 46 and 47.
Right.
For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? Verse 47. You want to break down there?
So it says, for if you love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans have the same? So basically, Christ right here is saying, if you're only messing with the people that mess with you, aren't the publicans doing that? You're supposed to show love to all your people, right? Read verse 47.
Verse 47. And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so?
Right. So if you salute your brethren only more than others, don't the publicans do that? If you salute only your sisters only and not all your people, don't like the publicans do so too, right? You only messing with the people that mess with you. You're only going to be cool with a certain amount of people. It's only going to say a certain you're only showing love to a certain amount of people when you should be showing love to all of our brothers and sisters, right? Be friendly with all of our brothers and sisters, right? And growing together, right? So this is what Christ was talking about. Shalom, Alex, man. Right? So read verse 7 in the GNT.
Sirach 6 and 7 in the GNT. When you make friends, don't be too quick to trust them. Make sure that they have proved themselves.
Right. So it says, when you make friends, don't be too quick to trust them. Make sure that they prove themselves, right? And a lot of the time, we don't even do this with the people that we sleep with, right? Especially like in the world or before this truth, right? A lot of the time, this is what gets our people in a messed up predicament, right? We don't try them. We don't see them. You don't know how they are when they're angry. You don't know how they are when they're sad or depressed or X, Y, and Z. You don't know if they're gonna leave you when you're going through something, and if they're just there for the ride when everything is good. But when things hit the fan, they might disappear. This is why it's important to prove and test your friends, right? To see whether it is right. So just read that one more time. Verse 7.
Sirach 6 and 7.
Uh-huh.
When you make friends, don't be too quick to trust them. Make sure that they have proved themselves. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me put this on the screen. Right. So Tribe of Issachar says, Khan, we Israelites can't be hating on one another just because we don't agree with each other's breakdowns of the scriptures. It should be brotherhood over breakdowns. Right. Unfortunately, some people don't see it that way. Right. And we're trying to change the narrative. Right. So Khan, Tribe of Issachar, like it should be like that. Right. We should be showing each other brotherly love over anything else, man. Right, everything else all that other stuff comes second, right? We got to love God and love our neighbors as ourselves, right? So we got to love our brothers and our sisters no matter what. I don't care if he has a you shouldn't care that your brother has a Sabbath on a Wednesday, and cut them off and like start hating on them. They're trying to keep the Sabbath. They're trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. Right. So Minority 144 has a precept real quick. It says, with all loneliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, right? Forbearing one another in love, right? Endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. That's a great precept, brother. So forbearing one another in love. We should be forbearing one another, right? Forgiving, dealing with each other in love, right? And trying to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. It's like people completely throw these verses out the Bible, but claim they read and follow the Bible, right? This is the type of spirit that we should be in, right? It's not for no reason. This will greatly benefit all of us if we have this type of spirit. And it's very easy to tell when brothers aren't operating in this type of spirit. It's very telling. Their actions and their words and the way they carry themselves, expose them of not being in the spirit, right? So let me see. Con Alex, I'm actually about to pull that Proverbs verse up soon right now. Right. So if you're meeting another Israelite brother or sister and you want them to be your friend, you should always prove them first. Don't be too quick to just trust anybody, right? Especially just because they're rocking fringes. Right? That don't mean nothing if they rocking fringes and tassels, got their head wrap on, got their dress on, right? You have to be able to test and prove everybody that you're going to be around, right? It's not about if they could talk the talk, it's if they're walking that walk, right? If they, at that point, if they're just dressed up like that, you cosplaying, bro. I know y'all seen the little anime con that just went on. All those people dressed up, getting together, all these strangers. That's basically what it is. You playing in costume if you just putting your fringes on, but you're not following the spirit of what the word is telling you to do, man. Right? Eliana put a lot of immaturity in Yasharala. Definitely, right? 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child, and I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away all childish things, right? That's a great point, because when you start to look at people, I've noticed you could actually see glimpses of how somebody was as a child. Like I could tell, like back then when you was a kid, you were the type to be like, no, I don't want to share. I want to play. I don't want to play with you. Like, you feel me? These type of characteristics show in like people when they start to grow older too. You could get glimpses of how people were growing up. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it matters about growing up, bro. Growing spiritually, leaving from where you used to be and elevating yourself, right?
Just a point on that.
Uh-huh.
So when you're a child, right, you assume everybody's gonna be good to you, no matter what. You give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes to your own downfall as well, right? But when you grow up, you got to learn how to put barriers or give people a limit up to how far you can give them the benefit of the doubt. Like boundaries. There you go. Like, for example, if I just meet somebody he's an Israelite, I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, Shalom, oh you're an Israelite too. Yeah, can you go pick up my daughter from preschool or something?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I need to figure out who this dude is and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So when you're a kid, you don't have those boundaries, or at least me, I was never taught boundaries of stuff. You know what I mean? You're cool, okay, cool, yeah, come to my house. Like, you know what I mean? Instantly, you just give everybody the complete access to you. When you're an adult, you have to learn how to put boundaries up and give people limits up to how far you're allowing them to go before you completely trust them. Then, okay, yeah, a little bit more, a little bit more. So I think that's something you could tie into that too.
Yeah, no, actually, I personally know people back in the world where you have a friend, but they invited that other friend that you don't know,
Yeah.
and they invite that person over to your crib, and eventually you end up missing some stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's exactly
Can't be
what
trusting anybody.
happened. I ain't gonna lie. Like there was this one time when I was in high school. I just moved to a new school because I got kicked out of my last high school, and I remember I was looking for people. To like hang out with because I was new, and automatically, I'm gonna go for the smoker group. Every single school had the same groups.
Yeah.
People that play sports, nerds, popular kids, smokers, gangbangers, taggers, all the stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm looking for the smoking group. I meet some like white boy and like, skateboarder and like his family are like hippies and stuff. But mind you, I'm from San Francisco, right? I remember him being like, oh, like we should all there was like another dude, he was new to the school too, and we all smoked and we're like, y'all could come back to my house and we could all smoke there. I'm like, your parents are not gonna trip? They're like, nah, they know they know I smoke. I was like, dang, like I didn't know y'all had it like that. And white boy like, yeah, man. So it's me and a Judite. And mind you, this kid looked like a straight nerd, bro. Like, you feel me? Like what straight little white boy nerd skateboarder. And it's his first time meeting us, and he just invited us to his house. You know me, I'm cool. Like, you feel me? I'm just like, all right, cool. Walk up into his house. He has like a 2-story home in like a expensive neighborhood in San Francisco. Like, you gotta walk up hills. So it's a fat home, bro. And I'm coming in. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, this dude's living nice over here. I'm from down the valley down there, like in the ghettos. Like, you feel me? In the hood over there. He's on the opposite side. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing this up is that he only met us that day. Me and the other dude that we was smoking with. He invited us to his house. Everything was cool, smoking. His parents came and brought us snacks while we were smoking. I'm like, oh, this is lit. Next day, probably the next week after, he tells him that he's going on a trip with his family, like dude that we was all smoking with, and they leave for like a week. And when they come back, they find that their whole house got robbed and ransacked. And they go hop on the camera and they look, and it was that other dude that he invited to his house with me, and while we were all smoking and stuff. And that goes to show, it's like, bro, like you don't even know who I was. I could have did that to him. You know what I'm saying? I could have did that. You don't know who you just invited into your house, right? But bro stripped his whole house, took everything that they could take, and he was caught on camera doing it, bro. So they went up to the school. And they showed the police the footage, and right there it was the dude that he invited us to his house to go smoke. The next week, I was saying they robbed his whole house, right? And then we went to the school, showed the footage. The dude ended up getting arrested. Luckily, I didn't do nothing that time, so I didn't get in trouble. Yeah. I didn't do nothing, so I didn't get in trouble. I just went over there smoking stuff. But I remember it turning into a whole thing. And I remember thinking, I'm like, bro, like, you didn't even know who you just invited into your house, bro. You should be able to test people, see what they are before, it's just wisdom, bro. That's like straight wisdom that the Bible is trying to convey to us. Tribe Issachar said, Khan, because they could be wearing their fringes out in public, but behind closed doors, they're eating a pork sandwich. All right. And unfortunately, unfortunately, that happens, bro. Like I remember leaving the Christian church and coming to the Hebrew Israelites. I'm like, bro, this is the most solid thing, and I'm like, man, they're nothing like these Christians. Unfortunately, the reality of the matter is that we're still trying to get it together over here too, bro. Like we're not perfect over here in the Hebrew Israelite community. It's evident we're still messing up, right? But we still have to be cautious about who is around us, you know, and test the spirits and prove them to see whether they be good, right? Like the Bible says. So let's see. It is.
First John.
Let's see. Nah. All right, so you guys should see if that brother or sister is really in the truth, if you're going to be their friends, right? If he or she is in this for the right reasons. If she doesn't care about the Most High and she's just doing it for her man and she's just playing along, you should know that. You should know that she really doesn't fear God and she's just doing it for her man. Her man's an Israelite, her man's in the camp, so she's just putting on fringes. You should know that if you're going to be her friend, right? Same thing for you should know if a man is just doing it because it's just a trend. Oh, he's a Hebrew Israelite because it's a trend. I saw Drewski post it. I looked into it. I thought it was cool. We're all part of a group. I get to hang out with you guys, right? You just want to be part of something. You should know if that brother is just trying to be part of something, man, right? But even when we talk with people in the world, like your coworkers or your colleagues, etc., just because you talk sports with your coworker, right? You might buy the same shoes. You might play the Call of Duty a couple times with them. That doesn't mean they're your real friend, right? So, ladies, just because she comments on your photos, might put emojis under it, likes your videos, calls you pretty, that doesn't mean that she's your real friend, right? Y'all may FaceTime each other, talk about guys, right? So you're thinking, oh, she must be my friend. We hang out, we talk, right? These people, a lot of the whole time, they won't be caring about what's good for you, right? So you have to prove all individuals first before letting them receive access into your life, right? Before you start putting all your trust in them, see what somebody is about, see where they're coming from, and really whether they really want you to be in their life, and vice versa, right? You got something?
Yeah, no, I wanted to say, I don't know if you guys remember a video that went somewhat viral in the Hebrew Israelite community. It was about a female who posted something, and she was like recording in this guy's house who happened to be an Israelite, and she's recording like, look, this dude's trying to get me to watch Israelite videos. I just want him to hit. And then, you don't know if you guys remember that.
I don't remember that, brother.
Bro, yeah, I seen
remember
it. I seen it on Instagram. I'm like, bro, and just think about what you were just saying right now. You gotta.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I remember, bro.
What do you be watching, brother?
Bro, Instagram. That was on Instagram. No, but going back to what you were saying right there, how you gotta watch who you're inviting in your home because you don't know their true intentions. And this girl just wanted this dude just to hit, and she was faking the funk the whole time.
You remember that video?
No, I was gonna say so obviously you have your physical home too, but it's also like your house in general, right? Your relationship. So it could also be you as a man, you're letting your rib bring something else into your house that you didn't even approve of. You didn't even go through the what is it, like the steps of the vetting period of it. And now this other person's in your house spiritually, or you know what I mean, allowing your rib to learn different things that you never approved of. You feel me? And now your whole house is tainted because you didn't vet that person. You know what I mean? And you gave somebody else the opportunity to come into your house and basically just tear it up from the inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So y'all gotta be aware, man. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be aware of who's around y'all, who's speaking into your life, especially with your partners, man. Right? Y'all are one. Right? Your husband, your wife is one with you. Your husband is one with you. You got to be careful what happens with you guys, especially taking care of your own household, right? But let's see. Some more people are just, yeah, man. Some of our people are just doing it for show, unfortunately. So you just really got to test everybody that comes into your life, man. right? Not everybody deserves access to you either. You know, you could bless somebody, you could teach them, you could like do X, Y, and Z, but that doesn't mean you have to put up with abuse, you know, disrespect, all different types of things, right? Sometimes it's just as simple as doing what you got to do, dusting your feet, you know what I'm saying, and just that's what it is, man. Right? Oh well. But if you are gonna pursue a friendship, you know these are definitely things that you should be cautious and aware of. Right? Give me that.
Um,
1 John 4:1.
come on. This is First John 4:1.
Uh-huh.
Beloved, believe not every spirit,
Right? Believe not every spirit, beloved, but what?
but try the spirits,
Uh-huh.
whether they are of God,
Whether they of God, man. Right?
because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
Right. So the Bible tells us you got to try every spirit. Don't just take things for face value. Believe not everybody, man. Right? This is you can't be gullible and just believe walking around believing everything and taking everything for consideration. But at the same time, I don't want you walking around and not believing anything anybody tells you either. You might find somebody, you know, some friends that really love you that will really do X, Y, and Z for you, right? I'm not trying to take that away from them, but there's a fine balance. The Lord deals with balance. He doesn't deal with a improper balance, man. That's an abomination to him. So just, you know what I'm saying, weigh it out, man. All right. So read verse 8 in the GNT. Sirach 6 and 8.
This is Sirach 6 and 8 in the GNT.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will be your friends only when it is convenient for them,
Mm.
but they won't stand by you in trouble.
Right. So some people will be your friends only when it's convenient for them, right? But they won't stand by you in trouble. Everybody wants to hang out with you when you have a new car, right? Everybody wants to hang out with you when you got a big house with a backyard and a pool, and a bar next to the pool, you know? Like, hey man, what are you doing this weekend? Can I come over? Y'all trying to barbecue? You trying to do X, Y, and Z, right? You might have just got some money. Now you're getting calls like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You trying to go eat? You trying to go do this X, Y, and Z, right? Or if you're just a kind giver, you know, you may not even have that much money, but people know that you're gonna cook for them, you're gonna watch out for them, buy them something. You know, you're just a giver, right? People see that and will want that, right? Some people will just be friends with you when it's convenient, bro. They could get something from you, right? Or they could benefit from you. So they'll want to be in your life, but they be the first people to leave you when you really need something in return. Then you're gonna be ass out. You ain't gonna have when it's your turn to be like, hey, I need something now in return after giving to the whole world, everybody that you have in your life, right? There might be some people that just leave you out to dry, man. Right? You're gonna be sitting there struggling, you know, stressing out how you're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you just had all these friends when everything was good. Like, where are they now, right? That's why Kanye West made that song called "Real Friends." How many of us? How many of us? Right? Mm-hmm. Trust issues, right? But, what's it called? Our people claim to be real, man. You know what I'm saying? Our people claim to be real. You know, I'm a ride or die for you, man. Like, but a lot of them just leave in the end, man. Right? A lot of them just leave in the end, and unfortunately, this, like I said, this could apply to relationships, marriages as well. Dealing with men and women that you're dealing with, right? This is why it's important to prove and test every spirit, man, to see if they're friendly, they keep the commandments, they believe in Christ. Even if they don't and they're in the world, I'm not trying to take away from people that are in the world that aren't in the truth. There might be some good friends out there, right? But there's a higher possibility of people that are established in this word, that are established in this truth, that, for example, I don't have to doubt if my brothers in this room are going to keep the commandments. I could leave thousands of dollars around these brothers. I know not one single dollar is going to pop up missing, right? I could leave my wife around these brothers, man, and I feel 100% comfortable knowing that they won't try something, right? In the world, that's that risk. I could love a brother in the world, bro, right? But that risk is significantly higher. Why? Because they don't have they don't follow God. They don't truly love God, right? That sister might go steal your gold hoop earrings you might have left in your room when you're not looking, man, right? It's significantly higher when you're in the world. So I'm not saying it's impossible to find a good friend in the world, right? But it's significant. The risk is significantly higher, right? So that's why I was sharing with my brothers yesterday, man. I value being part of this group, this organization. I value being with some upright brothers, man, right? And it motivates me to want to be a good friend and do more for them as well, and be upright within myself and not be a dirtbag, you know, and actually be a good friend to my brothers and sisters, man. And let me get verse 9.
Sirach 6 and 9 in the GNT. Others will fall out with you over some argument and then embarrass you by letting everyone know about it.
So it says, read that one more time, Salaki.
Sirach 6 and 9, the GNT. Others will fall out with you over some argument and then embarrass you by letting everyone know about it.
Right. So I'm pretty sure y'all heard all different types of stories, or maybe even experienced this in your own life, unfortunately, right? You might fall out with a brother, or like a friend, or like a sister or something, and then all of a sudden that person's over there spilling all the beans, trying to embarrass you and start saying X, Y, and Z, right? I didn't see in high school, man, there was these girls that were inseparable. Like, they'd be rocking everywhere. If she ain't going, I ain't going. You know, that you'd always see them together, right? And then on the last year before senior year, they got in a big fight over a guy. And then on Facebook, I remember they were just blasting each other. It was like a war. She's like, yeah, she would borrow my panties and it would be dirty when she gave it back, and all this different type of stuff, bro, just trying to embarrass them, right? So read that again.
Verse 9.
Others
will fall out with you over some argument.
Over some argument, man. Fall out, right? Go ahead.
And then embarrass you by letting everyone know about it.
And then letting everybody know about it, right? I had no business opening up my app and knowing that she got doo-doo stains. Like, I had no reason having to know that, right? Now when I saw her at school, that's all I could think about. So, there's not, so people will fall out with you over an argument and then try to embarrass you, bro, and put you on blast, right? That's not a friend, man, right? I got secrets with friends right now I'm taking to the grave that, you feel me, that I'm not gonna talk about, bro. Because why? Because that was really my friend. Even if we don't talk no more, bro. I haven't seen bro in a minute, like, stuff like that.
That's an example.
All right, so this is something we've all seen stuff like this or experienced this happen, right? All right, so this is an example of this though. In my city, there's these two guys. I ain't gonna say their names, but they're not in the truth or anything. They're just from my city, right? But they were inseparable too. They used to trap. They used to make money together, right? I used to always see these. It was like a friend of a friend on group, and they were kind of known in my city. And you would always see them together. They'd be fighting together. They'd be turned up, being with girls together, getting money together, flashing together, flexing, right? Until one day they fell out too, and they were telling the world all their business, right? So one was saying how he was really a bum, and like he was begging him to sleep on his floor. And one was saying one was nasty and didn't shower for like a week straight, even when they had a shower, and that he would sleep with hookers and would get diseases, right? And these guys were friends, bro, right? But the thing is, looking back at it, they weren't really friends, bro. They weren't really friends. They were just enjoying sinning together.
Yep.
They were enjoying being wicked together, man, right? It says it says misery likes company. I believe wickedness likes company too, man.
Hell yeah.
You don't want to be wicked all by yourself sometimes, man. You want other people. You'll feel justified when you see another person doing it with you. You'll feel safer.
Especially your friend.
Especially your friend, right? So even in this truth, man, you might get another Israelite to, all right, hey, bro, this isn't against the law, right? We could do this, right? can you do it with me? Like, it'll feel more comfortable if they do it with you. And a lot of the time we shouldn't be like this, man. And so now I'm looking back at it. I'm like, bro, y'all wasn't really friends with each other, man. Y'all really just enjoyed sinning together. Y'all enjoyed being wicked together. And a lot of the times, this is how relationships are, man. It's either it's real or it's not, bro. It's either for good intentions or for bad intentions, right? So read verse 10 and 11.
Sirach 10 and 11 in GNT.
Uh-huh.
Others will sit at your table as long as things are going well.
So others will sit on your table as long as things are going well, right? Go ahead.
They will stick to you like your shadow and give orders to your servants, but they will not stand by you in trouble.
Right. So a lot of people be like, what do you bring to the table, right? We're sitting at a round table, all bosses, right? Somebody might come sit at your table because you allow them to, and now they're talking to your say you're in some type of leadership, right? Now they're coming to your soldiers or your employees at work and start bossing them because they're cool with you, right? But when something happens, when your company gets sued or something, they're out, man. Right? That's on you now. You got to go to court and you got to figure that out. I don't know. But you was just reaping all the benefits of being by my side, though, just a few minutes ago. But now when I gotta pay restitution because this and that, you're not trying to help me out, figure it out. But you was just benefiting from it, right? These aren't good friends, man.
So like I say, even like a point on that. Of course, people use the Bible to manipulate other people, right? And I think that was like the same situation where people try to guilt trip us into staying in another organization for the same reason. Oh, cool, you were with me when everything was going cool when we were doing this, but now I'm in trouble and you don't want to be by me. There's a limit to your morals, right? To how far you're willing to do stuff. Like, for example, if we're out here trying to keep people from sinning, keep people from doing that, doing things, I should say, and now you get caught for doing something that's against the whole group's, how can I say it, standard. Now you're gonna be like, now you're gonna pull a verse like this and be like, well, what happened? You're not with me in adversity or something like that. It's like, nah, bro. There's a standard. Don't make yourself an underling to a foolish man. And these same verses that can help move people in the proper direction can be used against you to try to manipulate you to stay in a messed up situation. And a lot of people fall for that. I mean,
yeah, that's why they said the word would be like a double-edged sword for real, man. Unfortunately, a lot of people, like, for example, there's a structure, right, with God, you know what I'm saying, under the Father is Yahushua, under Yahushua is the man, and under the man is a woman, under the woman is a child, right? A lot of people might use the Bible to control women and children and finesse, money or, objects, materialistic things, keep their partner in check using the Bible, man, right? And that could really throw off a lot of people, but you could use it for good or you could use it for bad, right? And that's like a lot of things in this world, man. It's a double-edged sword, bro. So it's like we have to be. The Bible calls us children of light, man. We should be walking in light, doing what's light, not darkness. With this, man. That's what the white man does, man. He grabs a Bible and twists it against us. We can't have that type of spirit, man. We should be operating in truth and light, man. All right, so, let's see. All right, so a lot of people. So I was saying a lot of these people, they might be with you for right now when everything's all good, but when things hit the fan, you know what I'm saying, they might dip, right? But like the brother said, just you can't be having these verses used against you to guilt trip you either, man. You got, at the end of the day, you have to stand up for what's right and stand against what's wrong at the end of the day too as well. So I'm not telling you to be a prisoner to somebody that's using it against you. You know what I'm saying? But also, you got to know if those people are just with you for the moment or if they're with you for the movement. They're going to move with you everywhere you go, or if it's just for the moment, it's just for right now, right? But there's a saying I like. It says that a true friend is someone who walks in the fire with you while the rest of the world walks out, right? That person might be under fire with you, man, right? He's willing to go under fire with you, right? While everybody's just leaving you to go. So these type of friends, though, that's a treasure to find, man. That's a treasure to find, right? So read verse 12, Baba Kashaw.
Sirach 6 and 12 in the GNT.
Uh-huh.
If your situation takes a turn for the worse,
Mm-hmm.
they will turn against you,
Uh-huh.
and you won't be able to find them anywhere.
Right? So if your situation turns for the worst, they're going to be against you, man. Right? You won't be able to find them anywhere. And you hear this a lot in the world too, right? You go I'm my bad. I keep on relaying it to like gang stuff, man. But it's like the first thing that pops in my head.
You lived it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to like relate it really to a bunch of gang stuff, but it's just like the first thing that pops in my head, right? It's like putting in work for the hood, doing X, Y, and Z, right? And then all of a sudden you locked up for the next like 6 years. Where's the phone calls? Where's the letters? Where's the money on my books? Did you check on my mom, bro? I'm on the outside. I was the one bringing medicine to my grandma. I was the one making sure they had big 36 cases of waters that they couldn't carry up. Like, are you doing that while I'm locked up? Y'all were just with me for the moment because I was smoking you out. I was drinking with you. I was getting you drugs. We were having women, X, Y, and Z. But now I'm locked away. Where are you? Where's all that y'all was talking, right? These people aren't your friends, man. Right? There's another good quote that I heard. It says, good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you always know they're there. Right? Right now I could look up into the sky. I won't see stars. I know they're there though. Right? There's some friends that you might not get to see all the time. They might live far away. They might have moved. They might have children. They got a family now, you know? And it's not like they're not your friends. They wouldn't do anything for you. They might just have certain things going on at that time too. So that's another thing, bro. Just because a brother or sister has a lot of things going on in life, that doesn't make them a fake friend. You know? They got a newborn baby that just came, right? So now because you need them to pick you up because you know what I'm saying, you're trying to go have fun and go to the club and do X, Y, and Z, the brother or the sister might have a whole family they got to take care of, right? That doesn't mean they're a bad friend. You got to be able to distinguish these things too, man. You know? So, read verse 13.
Sirach 6 and 13 in the GNT.
Uh-huh.
Stay away from your enemies and be on guard against your friends.
Be on guard. Let me get this precept. Sister Eliana said Colossians 4 and 5 says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time, right? So you got to be able to walk in wisdom because a lot of people, we're that light, man. We're the ones that are going to be showing this wisdom to the people that don't have it, you know? And Lord willing, you could be that example so they could learn from you, right? So that was a great precept, sister. Read verse 13 again, Baba Kashaw.
Sirach 6 and 13. Stay away from your enemies and be on guard against your friends.
Stay away from your enemies and be on guard against your friends, right? So what does that sound like, right? This is exactly where you can't tell me this book isn't amazing. This is where that word, that saying is keep your enemies close but your friends closer, right? They are the ones that will betray you the most. Your friends will be the ones that betray you the most, right? And let's get Banya's real quick. Banya said, here's another quote for a bad friend. Most people will throw you out in the shade just so they could shine. Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll take that spotlight from you, being greedy and thinking about themselves, right? Just so they could shine, right? But they're gonna throw you in the shade in the process, right? That was a good one, Banya. Right, so that's the thing though, right? An enemy will come directly at you with a sword, but your friend will stab you in your back and you won't even expect it. So this is why it's important to know who exactly it is you're calling a friend, right? That's like one of the closest. That's like one of the coldest things, man. Right? Because 9 times out of 10, somebody that the only people that could betray you is somebody you love, right? Somebody you trust, somebody you wouldn't expect that from. I see my enemy. I know he on. At least I know his intentions, right? That's the thing about your enemy. I know you don't like me. I know you hate me. I know you want the worst for me. But it's different when you got a friend on your side and whole time he's smiling in your face. She's smiling in your face. Oh, Kanog, Shalom, sis, like this X, Y, and Z. Whole time in their heart, they're trying to figure out how to get up on you, man. How to get one over on you. How to do something, with bad intentions. Right. So verse 14.
Sirach 6:14.
Go ahead.
A loyal friend is like a safe shelter. Find one, and you have found a treasure.
So a loyal friend is like a safe shelter, man. Right? It's like a treasure. If you ever find some great friends in his truth and his walk that you could trust with your life, your family, your children, your friends, your belongings around, that's a treasure, man. Right? Because there's people on this earth that will probably never find somebody like that, right? And I know I could call the refiners and they'll be there for me, man. That's why I'm so grateful about the people that I'm with. I'm going just with these brothers right here in this room. I'm going on almost a decade of knowing them in this truth, man. And our friendship has been growing like what's the word? Aging like great wine, man. Right? It just keeps on getting better and better. I just keep on getting closer and closer with these brothers, man. And I know if I call my brothers and I need some gas or I need some food, I ain't got no money for some food, I know they'll tell me, pull up, man. I ain't got much, but I got like some tortillas and some beans. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it work, man. You know what I'm saying? Or if I need a place to rest my head, I know I could call Gabar. I know I could call a Raw. You know what I'm saying? I know I could call my brothers and be like, bro, come crash over here. I'm not going to let you just sleep in the street. You know what I'm saying? This is a treasure, man. And for real, you can't pay for a real friendship, man. Real friendships you can't pay for. It's something that's built, man. It's something that's priceless. All right. So verse 15.
Sirach 6:15. Nothing else is as valuable. There is no way of putting a price on it.
Like I said, it's priceless, man. That's pretty self-explanatory. Nothing else is as valuable as a good friendship, man. Right? Especially it can magnify it even more if your partner is your best friend too, man. You're gonna have a good marriage, man. Right? So verse 16.
Sirach 6:16. A loyal friend is like a medicine that keeps you in good health.
A loyal friend is like a medicine that keeps you in good health, man. Right? Brother Gabar, he ain't here right now, but he was just mentioning to us yesterday through the Spirit. He was saying like whenever he's going through something, he's stressing or thinking of something, and is having troubles mentally, he could call us and then get about that spirit, get about that mindset, and snap out of it, right? So read that again.
Verse 16, a loyal friend is like a medicine that keeps you in good health. Only those who fear the Lord can find such a friend.
Only those who fear the Lord can find such a friend, right? There's a certain level of friendship that the Lord has to give to you, man, right? You might have some friends here and there in the world, but there's a certain tier of friendship that you unlock when you're in this truth, man. And you're fearing God and following after Christ. You will start to be around friends that do the same. And Lord willing, you can find a friend or a brother or sister that is really on that same level, that same movement, one accord with you, man. And honestly, really trying to do good, right? Go ahead.
Precept on what it is to fear the Lord.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 19:20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law,
right?
And the knowledge of his omnipotency.
All right. So we keeping the law, statutes, commandments. This is how you show you love them, right? I'm going to show that I love my brother and my sister if I'm keeping the laws towards them, right? Slack you. And we're actually gonna touch that too.
Even a point on that, like also, you loving your brother and your sister also comes with correction, right? Because in the world, brothers just gonna. It don't matter what the hell my boys was trying to get into. I know it was wicked, but you're my boy. I'm gonna dive in there with you.
Right or wrong.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And in the world, it's more like, look, bro, that's actually a stupid decision. I'm not messing with that. We got to go to a council. I'm taking you to a council. I'm not holding this as a secret. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get to it. And in situations like that where you actually get to see brothers hold you accountable, it's like, damn, in the moment, I can't stand you for doing this. But then it's like, yeah, you did it because you love me. You feel me? Now that bond is that much closer. And it's always been like that, at least in my walk in this. It's brothers that you went to counsel with and had these crazy disagreements with that you're like, okay, well, at this point, nothing's going to get worse than what we already went through. And it's just getting better from here. You feel me? It's that much a tighter bond for it.
Yeah. So, exactly, bro. Let's see where I'm at. So, yeah. So, like I said, so if I know I'm feeling bad, I know I could call my friends and they're gonna be there for me. And I appreciate how they try to give me solutions and actually help, right? If I hit up Kashak and I tell him, look, bro, I need some advice, bro. And I know you the one that can help me, bro. Right? Like, what should I do here in this example, man? Kashak might have experienced that 10 times over in his life, and I'm just experiencing it for the first time, right? I'm gonna listen to him. He got experience. He went through it. He knows what I should do and what I shouldn't do. Like, hey, brother, I suggest you don't do that. Ooh, right? That's a good friend. He gonna tell me and actually try to help and give me a solution, right? Instead of my partner in the world that's just gonna fire up a blunt and just that's crazy, man. Like, you feel me? My brothers is actually gonna try to help me and give me a solution. And I try to do the same thing, bro. Like, I try to give a solution or help, a lending ear, a hand. All right, what can we do to help that? What can we do to change that, make it better? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this lesson shows how to be a good friend, but also I want you to also reflect on yourself and see how can I be more of a good friend towards my brothers, the people that I care about, man. Right? So the thing is, I know you can't trust everybody in this world, right? But some of my closest friends are in the truth, man. Right? Some of my closest friends are in this truth, man. And in my camp, you know? Verse 17.
Sirach 6 and 17.
Go ahead.
A person who fears the Lord can make real friendships.
A person who fears the Lord can make real friendships. And we just I just pulled that precept on fearing the Lord, man. Right? You keep the commandments, right? And this is how you make real friendships, right? Go on.
Because he will treat his friends as he does himself.
Because he treats his friends as he does himself. What does that sound like, bro? This is in Sirach, right? Which would be considered the Old Testament, right? Treating his friends as he would himself. This concept has been all throughout the Bible since Leviticus, man, right? All the way to Yahushua, man, right? And I know the Hebrew Israelite community is not perfect, family. Y'all know what goes on in our community too, you know.
Yep.
It's no secret, right? But this is why it's even that much bigger of a job for the ones that are in good spirit, the ones that are sincerely trying to do this to push even further, even more, man. Right? We got to make up for our brothers and sisters that are putting a bad name on the Hebrew Israelites, man. Right? We got to go harder, man. Right? So we all know that it's evident, but at the same time, we are able to have some of the most realest friendships over here, right? Ones that are following the Lord. You keeping the commandments with them. I love keeping the commandments with my brothers and sisters, man. I love getting together on holy days, new moons, tabernacles, Passovers, even on camp days. I look forward to it every weekend, man. Right? I love doing this stuff with my brothers and my sisters, right? So I'm actually blessed that I receive brothers and sisters I can trust in my life, man. But I've also met brothers and even sisters that I couldn't fully trust as well, right? And that's just what comes with it, man, right? You got to separate. Even Christ comes to separate, right? You got to separate quote unquote the lambs from the goats, man. The sheep's from the goats. Even in your real life, man. All right. So give me that Proverbs 17:17.
So okay. This is Proverbs 17:17.
Mm-hmm.
A friend loveth at all times,
Right.
and a brother is born for adversity.
So it says a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A friend is going to love you at all times. And how do we love one another? Get that?
I actually got a precept for that right now.
Right.
You want to get it?
Yeah.
Get the other one.
Go ahead.
Romans 13:10 and the GNT.
Mm.
If you love others, you will never do them wrong.
Woo.
To love then is to obey the whole law.
And that's why he my precept man. I didn't have that one. That was fire. Read that one more time.
I love this one. Romans 13:10 in the GNT.
Go ahead.
If you love others, you will never do them wrong.
If you love others, you will never do them wrong. Proverbs just said, love your friends at all times. Go ahead.
To love then is to obey the whole law.
To love them is to obey the whole law, bro. That's such an on point precept. It's fire precept, the water, bro. And so this is how we love one another, right? To keep the whole commandments, right? And let's get that other precept in 1 John chapter 5 verse 2.
This is 1 John chapter 5 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
By this we know that we love God and the children
of God, right? By how?
When we love God and keep his commandments.
So when we love God and keep his commandments, this is how we show that we love the children of God, man. Right? So it says that we have to love our friends at all times. What is that talking about? That's talking about keeping the commandments to your friends at all times, man. You don't lie to your friends. You don't cheat your friends. You don't steal from your friends, man. Shalom, Nicholas. How you doing, man? All praise to the Most High. Shalom, man. Welcome to the today's lesson, man. Nice to see you again. Right. So so your friend, you're supposed to keep the commandments towards them at all times, man. Right? Treating them as yourself, man. And a lot of the times, us as a people, we tend to have a problem with treating others as ourselves. You're like, man, why would I do that if I could do that for myself, man? Ain't nobody gonna do that for me. You got to stop thinking about that, bro. Like that, man. You should see your brothers and your sisters as extensions of yourself, man. It's like you're doing it to yourself. If I feed my brother, it's like I'm doing it to myself. If I buy my brother a pair of shoes or something, it's not gonna be on my feet, but I'm treating my brother as myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that for myself, so I'm gonna do that for my brother. I'm gonna do that for my sister, right? So also it says that a brother is born for adversity, right? It's a good feeling knowing that you're not alone when you're going through stuff, man. Mm-hmm. If you have a friend that's going to be there for you in a time of trouble, right? I remember I think I talked about this on my last class a few 2 weeks ago. I as y'all know, if y'all didn't, go check out the last lesson I did, right? But on that full story, I almost lost my apartment, man, right? I remember hopping in our we have a chat here at the Refiners for our camp. Remember hopping in the chat, letting them know, I'm like, bro, I just found out I got kicked out of my apartment, bro, and I don't have nowhere to go. It was short instance. I mean, it was a short notice under short circumstances, right? And I didn't know where I was gonna go, right? It was fast. It was fast that brother was just like, bro, if you don't got nowhere to go, come to my spot. And Kabar was like, bro, you can stay with me. And then Raw was like, bro, like you can move into the other room I got upstairs. Like, you feel me? I called Yatsuzak. I talked to Yatsuzak. He's like, hey, bro, I got an extra room place. Let me talk to my mom, see if you can stay there. You feel me? Like, I got brothers that will try and help me, man. Right? And I'm grateful for that, man. And during hard times, I felt I was being supported. Like I was knowing that I wasn't alone, even though like I felt like everything was crashing down on me at that time, right? That feeling of not being alone and having a friend that's going to be there for you in your time of trouble means the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, shalom, sister.
Point. Hopefully it's not too much, right? But so before we started doing our live camps, right, there was one situation when we were in San Jose, and all my brothers in the refiners know exactly what I'm talking about, right? But we were in a situation to where it got pretty bad, right? And we ended up getting in a fight with somebody. And after that, we were all like, "Look, bro, we messed up. That should never happen again." And yeah, we need to check our spirit. We're not in the right spirit. And then after we kept talking about this, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, brother, but at the same time, that brought us a lot more closer because I know if something happens, I don't even gotta ask a brother. Brother's gonna be right there, ready for whatever happens. You know what I mean? So that, even in that sense, like, right, brother, a friend is born for adversity. It's like I know you got my back. I don't gotta ask you for anything, even in the worst situations. But I'm not trying to put you in that situation. And that's why I was saying earlier that you gotta also not know how to know when scriptures are being used against you, because the brother could use that same verse and be like, I'm trying to drag you something into me. You're supposed to be my brother, right? Do this with me. You know what I mean? So
in the time of my adversity.
yeah.
Let's go smoke, bro. You're supposed to be here. That's gonna be like the last verse.
Oh, okay.
On my list. Right. So let's see. So Proverbs 18 and 24.
It's Proverbs 18 and verse 24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly,
Should show himself friendly.
and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
That sticks closer than a brother, man. If you're going to be a friend, you must be friendly and actually do the works, man. You can't just expect people to mess with you if you're not doing the work behind it, man. Right? I'm not gonna believe somebody that tell me they love me all day but don't show me, man. You know, I'm not gonna believe you saying you got my back that like 100 times a day, but I'm like, hey, bro, could you pick me up from the bus stop, bro? Like my car broke down, and they're like, nah, I can't, bro. I'm just, I'm about to just watch some TV real quick. Like, bro, like you just said you'd do anything for me. You can't even pick me up from the bus stop because my car broke down. Like, you feel me? You got to be able to actually back up what you're saying and do the works, man. Right? And this is how you get a friend that's closer than a brother, man. Right? So people aren't really that close with their family, their friends and stuff like that, right? What's it called? They might be close with a friend even closer than their own family, right? This is how you make friends that become family, right? So you can't just expect somebody to be your friend or your brother or your sister off the rip. You got to be able to build that relationship. And trust me, everything that's built up, bro, it's way better than something that just comes for free, man. Right? It's way better than something that just comes and goes, right? You actually built that up on a good foundation and it lasts, bro. Something built on a good foundation lasts, right? When a wind comes during the time of trouble, it's not gonna just fall. That relationship isn't just gonna fall over and fold, right? You need to build a good foundation, a relationship, and build from there, man. Which one?
John 15.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that's the last 3 verses on the listen. And what's it called? Okay, this is another good point too, man. Because I'm actually guilty. I'm actually guilty of this, right? And I wish Gabar was here, man. Where's he at? What's it called?
Counseling.
Give me Proverbs 17 and 9 in the GNT.
This is Proverbs 17 and verse 9, GNT. If you want people to like you, forgive them when they wrong you. Remembering wrongs can break up a friendship.
So if you want people to like you, forgive them when they wrong you. Remembering wrongs can break up a friendship, right? So there was a time with Gabar, right? I messed up. I was wrong, and he was right, man. And I thought I was right. You feel me? And I low key. I think I may have embarrassed him in front of somebody else, and the whole time I'm just loud and wrong, right? And I'm just no, right? But really, I was wrong, man. And right after I found out I was wrong, I apologized to him in front of like whoever I embarrassed him of, and I told him, I was like, look, I ain't gonna lie, like you was right and I was wrong. I'm sorry about that. Like I really believe X, Y, and Z, but I'm wrong, man. And I remember I kept bringing it up, right? Because he had told me something. He was like, "Yeah, see, I told you. Like you were wrong, bro. Like you gotta like not be so prideful in some moments, right? Because I'm not perfect, man, but I'm trying to work on it, you know, every day as much as I can, man. All praise to the Most High, man. Right? But remembering wrongs can break up a friendship. I remember him telling me like a couple of times, like remember that one time, and I'll be like, bro, drop it already. I already apologized for it. But like you know, this might be an example too, bro. Like especially with husbands and wives, something may have happened like 20 years ago, and they still bring it up in their marriages. You know, and he'd be like, bro, give it a break already. You're gonna break us up. Like if you keep on dwelling on it, I already apologized for it. We got to move past that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't just keep bringing something up after somebody moved on, repented, and you know, moved past it. You're gonna ruin a relationship like that, man. Right? So
You have a precept on it.
no.
So this is Ezekiel 18 and 22. It says, all his transgressions that he had committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he had done, he shall live. So in saying like the Lord don't even remember all the things that you messed up on. If you repented and turned away, why are you bringing up somebody else's stuff? You're not, the Most High don't even do that with us.
Right. Exactly. So okay. Right. Yeah, I brought this precept out, but we could read it again. Let's see. Proverbs 18 and 24. A man that has friends must show himself friendly, but there's a friend that sticketh closer to a brother. All right. Exactly. All right, we just read this. We have to be friendly towards one another, and there's a friend that's gonna be closer to a brother, man. Like I'll probably say I talk to my brothers in the refiners more than I talk to my older brothers for real, for real. Like you feel me? And I'm more in communication with them than my own brothers sometimes, man. Right? So, but exactly what Proverbs 18 and 24 says. There are friends that are closer than your own brothers. You know what I'm saying? So give me Proverbs 27 and 10, Baba Shah.
This is Proverbs 27 and 10 in the GNT.
Uh-huh.
Do not forget your friends or your father's friends.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in trouble, don't ask a relative for help.
Uh-huh.
A nearby neighbor can help you more than relatives who are far away.
So sometimes your friends or your family's friends will actually help you faster than your own family in some cases, man. Your friends might help you jump to try to help you more than your own auntie, your uncle, or X, Y, and Z, man. So don't forget about your friends. Don't forget about your family friends either, man. They might be able to help you in a day faster than your own family, right? So let me see. Yeah, I mean, I already said it, bro. Like whenever I really need, like, I could count on my brothers over here. You know what I'm saying? If I really ever need something, especially like people in the world, bro. I still got friends that are in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to talk to them. You know, doing X, Y, and Z. But I know like it's really sketchy if I really like need to count on them, bro. I'd rather count on God-fearing men, people that keep the commandments and have faith in Christ, right? There's more security in that to me, you know? So, give me Ecclesiasticus 9 and 10.
That was just there too, actually, on here.
All right.
Oh, you said
Sirach 9 and 10.
in the GNT or no?
No.
God. This is Sirach 9 and verse 10. Forsake not an old friend,
Mm-hmm.
for the new is not comparable to him.
Right. So don't forget about your old friend, bro. You might have had some friends that you had since the sandbox. Y'all still cool to this day. All praise to the Most High, man. Right. You might have some friends from high school that you're still cool with. You might have made some friends at work that you're still cool with after 10 years, 20 years, man. Right. Don't forget about that old friend. Right. Why?
A new friend is as new wine. When it is old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure.
right? So your new friend is like new wine, bro, right? Everybody knows the best wine is aged wine, right? Wine from like the 1900s, 1800s type stuff, man. Like some put away stuff from like, right, that aged well. That's the same thing with relationships, man. The you take care of that relationship, you start to build, you start to take care of each other, keep the commandments towards each other, love each other, right? You'll carry that relationship further, right? You carry that friendship further, and it'll be more pleasurable, man. I want to be friends with this guy until we old and he's walking with a cane, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm friends with my brothers in here until we're old men, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to take more pleasure, right? I'd be happy seeing, my brother Yatzazak with many children running around in the backyard, man. You take pleasure with all this stuff, man. So don't switch up on your day ones, man. All right, for some new faces. That's basically what it is, man. All right. You might be up, you might be having all these friends all up in this one moment. Everything's going good. You got a car, you got a house, all this stuff. Friends is easy to come when things are good, man. But when things hit the fan, you'll see who your real friends are in that moment, bro. Because people disappear, bro. Right? You don't got nothing to benefit. They can't benefit you off the moment. It's not convenient for them off the moment dealing with you. So you lose all that. Where's everybody at, man? Right? So the older y'all get together, right, the better it's gonna be, especially if you're doing right for each other, man. All right. And also shout out Officer Amatazah from Above All Nations, man, because he shared this with me, man. This also applies to people who you sleep with, man, the people you marry. Prove your partner as well before you lay down with them, man. Right? We believe we're of the train of thought here at the Refiners that once you sleep with that person, you become one with that person, and you are obligated to be married with that person, man. So if you're gonna and to death do y'all part, y'all gotta stay unified. And as Christ said, the only way that you could be divorced is if that person commits adultery, man. Right? So before you lay down with this person, you got to prove and test this person, man, whether it be your husband or your wife. See how they are when they get angry. See how they are when they get depressed or sad, how they deal with situations. Are they just up right now because you just y'all got money, you got a good job? If you were to lose your job, is your wife going to leave you? Is your husband going to leave you? Like, you feel me? I done seen it, bro. Y'all done seen it. Y'all done seen plenty of examples of, people's lives getting turned upside down. Then all of a sudden, bank foreclosure, mortgage gone. Their wife just packs their kids and leaves, X, Y, and Z. Or, my sisters might get pregnant, and then the father of the child up and leave because they don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to test and prove these people before. I just definitely said before you lay down with that person, man. Before you get married. Go ahead, brother.
Covered it. Which one? Sirach 6.
Con. Yeah, I read that.
You already did?
Chapter.
Oh, I was a big deal.
The whole chapter.
Nah, I read 1 to 17.
That'll work. Okay.
All praises. Which one was it?
6 and 10. Just good friend and companion. They there when everything cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like you say, when it hits the fan, everybody bounce up out of here.
Yeah.
Can't find them.
That's where we're at. So so shout out Officer Amatazah from Above All Nations, because that's super true, man. Like, all this stuff about friends, it's great because you could apply this to your own marriages, right? So I only got a couple left. The Bible tells us what we should do, right, and what we shouldn't be doing. It tells us how to be good friends and show who are bad friends, right? Give me that. Proverbs 19:4, Bible Kashaf.
This is Proverbs 19:4. Wealth maketh many friends,
Wealth maketh many friends,
but the poor is separated from his neighbor.
So like I said, man, you might get some money, and not everybody want to be your friends, right? You see this a lot with like streamers nowadays, right? They might be popping on the stream, like, all right, for example, Dean and AB, right? They might have some party, and then all of a sudden there was like some guys up in there talking about some, hey, bro, let me get past you to go get some like soda right there. It's like, bro, who are you, bro? Like you just in my house right now, at my party, drinking my drink. I don't even know who you are. You're ordering me to do things. He's all I came with woo. And all of a sudden there's a whole house of strangers over there just because you're up and you got money, bro. You got cars, you got fame, you might have something. So wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor, right? People will separate you out your life when things go bad. They're gonna put you on a back burner, put you to the side, man. And this is a good way to identify and weed out who's good for you and who's bad for you in your life. To me, I love that because it clears up colors. You start to see true colors on people. Now I'm able to make a decision on who I want. It's easy when everything's good. You really don't know who your friends are. You might have some friends with you right now to be like, all right, you got some motion going on. I'm gonna ride with you until I get up on my own feet. Then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It might just be like that, bro. Like it really, you got to be careful with people's intentions, bro. Right? So, yeah, like I said, when you got money and things to offer, it's super easy to have friends. But when you're down, everybody's gonna be gone except your real friends, man. Right? So give me that.
Psalms, right? 41:9.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
Psalms 41:9 in NIV.
God, this is Psalms 41:9 in the NIV. Even my close friend, someone I trusted, one who shared my bread, has turned against me.
So even my close friend, someone I trusted, one who shared my bread, has turned against me, man. Right? That's cold. That's cold, man. Right? Because even your friends after a while, bro. Because sometimes there's a saying that says like after 10 years you start to grow differently. Every decade you start to see different. You start to act different. You start to leave certain things behind. Some things that you really enjoyed 10 years ago, you're really not into no more, right? You might have been into like some type of sports or some type of genre of music or something, and then 10 years from now you like a whole different. You like, I don't know. For example, you like bird watching now. I like, I like shooting arrows. You know what I'm saying, like archery or something now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that with friends too, bro. Like it's sad. You might outgrow your friends, right? Or sometimes they're still stuck in their old ways, and you're past that now. I'm doing this now. I'm serving the Lord now. Like, and they might just separate you. You might separate them, but they might just separate you. They might not be liking your light, man. It's too bright, man. You blinding their eyes, bro. I gotta separate myself, right? So sometimes you're gonna fall out with somebody that you thought you was gonna spend the rest of your life with, man. The water. Sometimes you're gonna fall out with somebody you never thought you was gonna fall out with, right? But it's all part of the game, man. Like, you feel me? Some people might serve their purpose for that time. The Lord might have put that puzzle right there because you needed it in that moment, right? And their job might be fulfilled. You might have been in their life because they really needed a blessing, and the Lord was using you as a vessel. And they might have used you as a vessel, right? The Lord might have used you as a vessel for that person in that time, all right?
I mean, it's like even like a point on that too. It should always be for your growth.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, for example, when we came in, all of us, one of the first, or not all of us, right? But like me, and I can say even for Yachts, like one of the things that pulled me into the truth first was GMS. It's like, okay, they're hella zealous, they're hella this, they're hella that. Okay, cool. But once you're in it, it's like, okay, this only takes me to a certain limit. Mm-hmm. Now I need something else I can connect with. Okay, then it was Sakari. Sakari only takes you to a certain limit. Now it's like, now I got to build myself through the spirit and other parts of my life that I felt like I was lacking. Like how you said, the Lord puts you in a position to level up to a point, but then it's like, okay, you're done there. You cleared that level. Now you got to get something else. Now you need somewhere else. It should always be that, right? But it should always be for the benefit of improving yourself instead of just trying to stay stagnant or worse. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I ain't gonna lie, there's just one post that Rob made that I thought was really, really good. Or he reshared some of these posts. Let me try to find it. Let me try to find it.
Post like 10 times a day.
Yeah, I was about to say Rob. Dang, you post a lot, Rob. Shout out Rob, man. Shout out to the servants of Yahweh, man. Miami Trap Stars, you know what I'm saying? subscribe, go follow them. And brothers be in the spirit, man. But he reposted this. He said, this dude said, I rock with IUIC because they do the most impactful evangelism in Israel. I rock with BOW because they have a very deep level of humility, right? I rock with ISUPK because they make sure to understand that Hebrew Israelites aren't no suckers. I rock with Watchmen for Israel because they show you how to rely on the scriptures. I rock with Sons of Thunder because they articulate Hebrew Israelite talking points. I rock with House of Bread because they show you how to be a true scholar. I rock with Anointed House of Saints because they help you understand hidden history. I rock with GMS because they could take away they take away any hesitance of confidently calling on the names of the Most High and His Son. I rock with the Masada because they hold you accountable to what you think it's easy and carelessly dish out. I rock with the Gabarium because they show you it's deeper than the numbers game and about this truth. I rock with individualites because many understand that there isn't a specific reason the Most High set them apart and not to be but still have interest in the nation. I rock with HOI because it shows the resilience of leadership. I rock with NOI because there's a consistent spirit and holding naysayers accountable. And I even rocked with Genesis because of the excellency of their debating skills. Right? I rock with Israelites whether or not for the reasons I stated, right? Because I rock with them because they are my brothers and the elect of the Most High, whether I understand it or not. The body has different members and different functions, right? We're all one, right? So I mean that to say, like going off of what Kashab just said, man. Like everybody, there's certain things will get you so far, and we're supposed to progress and keep growing, through the spirit and power of the Most High God Yahweh, right? Sister Aliana said, let's see. Sister Eliana said the refiners, the servants of Yahweh, anointed high the saints, the light of Zion, and no cap. Those are her camps. She said that she lies. All praise to the Most High, right? Those are good camps, man. Right? A lot of people bash camps, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time it'd be other camps bashing other camps, bro. We got to change that spirit, right? Even with our brothers that are still in Christianity, you know what I'm saying? And just our brothers and sisters in general, man, we should be treating each other with love, and walking in the spirit and the light of the Most High God, and having that spirit of His Son, man. Right? Ultimately, this is I like these type of spirits, man, because they understand that you could look past certain small pictures and look at it like in a big picture, right? So I don't got too much more for y'all. I only got a few more, so let me see. Let's see. Okay. So sometimes you might fall out with somebody who you thought was gonna be a ride or die, man. But ultimately, it all plays its purpose, and everything is all for a reason. Either you might see it now, or you might see it later, man. Right. So give me Proverbs 27:6.
Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
So that's the thing, man. All right. So you might tell your friend something, and if he or she is smart, they might listen to you. It may hurt them, but it's coming from a friend, right? They want better for you, man. Right? I appreciate my brother Gabar over here too, man, because we talk a lot, right? My brother isn't scared to tell me when he thinks I'm wrong, man. Right? And sometimes I might know it right when he tells me and accept it right when he tells me, and I might see it. Sometimes it might take me a little bit, and I might reflect and ponder on it and then get back to him like, you know what, I was tripping, bro. I see what you're saying, and I think you're right. You know what I'm saying? It might hurt me in a moment because it's like he just told me something to my face. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes being told things that are wrong with them, right? But the thing is, I value being corrected and told where I'm going off at, and sometimes I do get defensive. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural reaction, to people. So I try to control that as much as I can, right? So the brother actually got a precept right here. It said Romans 15:2. let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification.
A good precept.
Right? So let everyone please his neighbor for his good to edification, for their good, right? So in order for them to be edified, right? That is good for me, right? Being told like, hey, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, I don't think you're a prideful person, but I think what you just said right there came out as prideful. You know, I think you could have worded it better. I think you know, you could have went about it in a better way. Right? I could automatically become, you know, offended and be like, bro, who are you to tell me X, Y, and Z? Like, bro, no, woo, I'm not hearing that. I start to become like a bigot, right? Shout out, I just learned that word from Gabar too. And you know, so basically denying before hearing it, and you automatically think you're right. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be told these things, right? So read that again, Babu Kasha. Proverbs 27:6.
Oh, it's lucky. It's Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Right. So I rather be hurt by my friend, by a brother in his truth, because I know he has good intentions for me. He knows it isn't trying to belittle me; it's trying to make me better. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. It might sting a little bit in that little moment, but ultimately it's for my good. But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful, man. Right? They'll tell you good the whole time you're on your way to destruction. They ain't even gonna pull you back and grab you like, whoa, don't step over that ledge. They're just gonna let you do it, man. They're gonna let you fall into disaster, into destruction, man. Right?
Like Judas with Christ. Judas with Christ gave him that kiss. See him? Whoever I kiss, I see him right there.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was a good one, right? Yeah, so but the kisses of the enemy are deceitful, man. That was a brother that turned Christ over. Well, you know, all through the Spirit, we know that was part of the ultimate plan. But you know, minuscule wise, like he betrayed a brother, right? So your enemy just going to deceive you and tell you what you want to hear, bro. They're gonna be yes man. They're gonna be like, you ain't gotta change, bro. Like, don't worry about it, bro. They tripping, bro. Just keep on doing you. They gonna rock with you right or wrong, and that's not the type of spirit we have in this walk, man. The Bible tells you if you see your neighbor going off, you tell them. You don't hide their sin. You don't tell them where they're going off. Correct your neighbor, right? Don't have secret love, man. Rebuke them, right? That's better love, right? So I definitely value when my brothers and my sisters, you know, will tell me something, man, because I know ultimately it's for my growth, it's for my betterment, you know. So yeah, so especially that, bro. You might tell your friend or a brother or a sister something they truly just don't want to hear, bro, right? And because you care about them, it's not because they want to hear it, but they need to hear it. Sometimes you got to say these things, right? So just like how people correct you, you shouldn't be afraid to correct and show love to your brother or your sister too, man. Right? Give me that.
Galatians.
Yeah, Con.
This is Galatians 4:16.
Go ahead.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
So sometimes you could fall out with somebody just by telling them the truth. Sometimes you could fall out with somebody by telling them what they need to hear, and they might get offended. You have some?
James 4:4.
Got that.
Yeah.
Nah, what's it called? Yeah, I got that.
Marching in the spirit, man.
I see you, OG. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. That's right. What's it called?
Like Moses coming through here.
Who's that?
White.
White Moses. So on. So they might get offended, but guess what? You're supposed to do that, man. Right? Give me that. Proverbs 27.
I got it.
17.
Proverbs 27:17.
Go ahead.
Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Iron sharpens iron, so does a man sharpen the countenance of his friend, man. Right? So I want my bro to call me out when I'm doing bad, and we should be doing that vice versa, bro. You see me tripping, bro? Tell me, bro. Like, you going off, bro? Like, I don't think that's right of you, bro. If you don't tell me, who's gonna tell me, bro? I'm just gonna walk around being basically It's like walking around with a booger in my nose, and none of y'all gonna tell me, bro. I got a fat loogie coming out. Y'all just letting me?
No.
Fuck around. You got some?
Yeah, because sometimes we need somebody on the outside looking in. Bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're not. At least we should be constantly self-examining, but it's easier said than done, you know. So
Yeah.
sometimes we need somebody that's seeing how we move in, or seeing, you know, how we putting our priorities lately, or whatever the case may be, from the outside looking in to let us know, you know, because sometimes it's hard to see
It is.
ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely important, bro, for sure.
Yeah, bro. I 100% agree.
Yeah, there's been times where, all right, for example, what's it called? I had a brother, man. I had a brother I was really close with, man. Right, and he gave me a gift. He gave me a gift. It was like a gold chain. It wasn't real or anything, but like it was nice. It was a gift from him to me, you know. And I think after a few months, because I got a few chains, I had a few chains too during this time. So it's like I remember one of my other friends, which was his friend too. He asked me to rock his chain while we went out one time. And he's like, "Oh, can I rock your chain tonight? Can I rock your chain tonight?" I was like, "Brother, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm trying to be a good friend, right?" I'm like, "Brother, I ain't gonna lie, huh? You can have this one, like, huh?" But in that moment, I didn't see that was messed up because my friend gave me that chain, even though, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like a $4,000 chain or anything. It was still a gift from my friend to me. And I remember him telling me about that it bothered him. He's like, "Bro, you just gave away my gift I gave to you." I'm like, "Well, like I didn't mean it like that." You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to do a good job for our friend, right? And he didn't have when I have when you got one, he don't have one. You know what I'm saying? And I remember being like, I ain't gonna lie, like that bugged me, and that look he made me feel like you was fake off of that, bro. And I remember not seeing it. Like I'm like, bro, I'm not getting it. Like I'm not seeing it. It was a good intention. It's not that big a deal. But just because I don't see it doesn't mean that that's not how it's coming off to people. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta consider someone else's how they feel about
Exactly.
something as a brother.
Yeah. So I remember not getting it in the moment, and then after reflecting and pondering, I'm like, okay, I can see that now. Yeah, that was a little fool, bro. Like I should have not did that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was like you know, it could have been $1. It could have been $10,000. What he feels is valid. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. We got some precepts up in here. Let's see. Time. Let me see. Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High. Shalom. Thank you, family, for tuning in. For sure, like, share, and subscribe to this video. You know what I'm saying? If y'all enjoying it so far. I only got a couple left. I don't want to drag it on too long until we're already on 2 hours. Let me see. Where's that at? All right, so iron sharpens iron, man. Right. So sharpening the countenance of your friend, right? So I wanted to be sharpened too as well, right? This Gabar had the Ciroc 37 1-2 in the GNT. Let's put that on the screen. It says anyone can claim to be your friend, but some people are friends in name only. The grief caused when a close friend turns sour is as bad as death, right? Sometimes when you fall out with a friend, it feels like death, man. Right? It's so bad that it'll be on your mind for days. Where like, my bad, I'm not even focusing at work right now. I'm just thinking about the situation that me and my best friend got into, right? Oh yeah, we're gonna be going live most likely. Lord willing, we're gonna be going live for Camp Con. So what's it called? Proverbs 22 and 24, Bible Kashah.
It's Proverbs 22 and 24.
Go ahead.
Make no friendship with an angry man,
Con.
and
Go
with
ahead.
the furious man thou shalt not go.
If you're going to be friends with somebody, make sure you're not being friends, right, with somebody that isn't going to hear you out and just be angry all the time, bro. You should be friends with somebody that is like, hey, bro, like, you know, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do that. I think you're doing good on this. I think you're doing good on that, right? If you're it says make no friendship with an angry man. They're just constantly angry, negative, just constantly just like F this, F that, la la. I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with y'all. This, that. says, don't be friends with that. That's a furious man. You shall not go. Right? These people just bring problems. There's problems everywhere they go. They're constantly running into problems. Right? Even Yahushua told us that these things were going to happen, though. Right? Give me Luke 21 and 16.
Okay. This is Luke 21 and 16.
Go ahead.
And ye shall be and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death.
Right. So even Yahushua told us, right? It says you shall be betrayed, right, by both parents, brethren, kinsfolk, and friends. He told us we were going to be betrayed, man. Our parents would have betrayed us in our lifetimes. Our brethrens, our family, our friends, right? Some might even put you to death, right? So Yahushua warned us of all these things that would happen, man, right? But you know what's crazy? Even Yahushua had friends himself when he was on his world. When he was walking, he even had friends himself, right? Give me that.
This is John 15 and 15.
Uh-huh.
Henceforth, I call you not servants.
Right? He said, I ain't calling you servants no more, right? Go ahead.
For the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth.
Right? Because the servant don't know what the master's doing, right? Go ahead.
But I have called you friends.
So I ain't even calling you my employees, my servants, or anything. I'm calling you my friends. Y'all are my friends. Yahushua had friends, bro. Right? Go ahead.
For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
He ain't keep back stuff from them, bro. Like, he kept them around all the time. Whenever they went traveling, they went eating together. When it was time for him to get killed up, you know what I'm saying? They was there. They was sleeping, you know what I'm saying, in that garden, but they was there, you know. They was rocking with each other, going everywhere. Peter up that sword to try to make sure nobody put his hand on him. You know what I'm saying? He had friends, you know what I'm saying? So those were Yahushua's friends in that time, man. So much, in fact, that he would tell them all breakdowns straight from the Father, bro. It'd be like, all right, everybody else is gone. All right, I'm going to tell you what this means. This parable means this, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? When I say this, you're going to remember this, bro. Like, imagine, bro. I wish I got to be friends with Yahushua in that time, man. Imagine getting the breakdown straight from Yahushua from the Father, bro. That's like, there's no pure doctrine in that, bro. No pure, like, that's the word made flesh. You know what I'm saying? So he was having his friends, giving them all the breakdowns. They was walking around like the 12 apostles, like a real group, bro. They was really doing that, bro. Like, that's crazy to me, right? But John 15 and 14.
Come.
Uh-huh.
This is John 15 and 14. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Right? So Yahushua says, if this is how you become a friend of Yahushua even today, bro, right? You do what he commands you at all times. He commands you to love his neighbor. He commands you to be, follow the commandments, follow what his Father says, follow what he says. It says, if you're my friends, if you do whatever I command you, ultimately that's keeping the commandments, right? So, Ara, what are the two greatest commandments?
To love your father and to love your brother.
To love others as yourself, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is exactly what Christ was talking about, right? Give me John 15 and 12.
This is John 15 and 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Right. Christ laid his life down and died for us. Right. His commandment is that we love each other as he loved us, bro. With that love, man. Right. And what did he do? Verse 13.
Verse 13, greater love had no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends.
That a man laid down his life for his friends. And Yahushua laid down his life for all of us, bro. Right? There's no greater love for you to lay down your life for your friends, bro. I'd be lying if I said that I want to die. Of course I don't want to die, right? But I know that if I have to die for one of my friends, bro, I'm going to do it. Like, type stuff. I don't want to, right? But I will. I really don't. But I will, bro. And like, ain't no greater love than that, bro. We have to be able to keep the commandments, right? Especially if we love Christ. You know, we say we want to. When Christ comes down, I want to be looked at as a friend, not an enemy. I don't want to catch the end of his sword, bro. Right? So
Before you move on that point, in the very beginning of your lesson, I was gonna bring this same verse out because you had said something that was like, family, right? You're born with, but friends you choose, right? And the friends that you choose, of course, have to be people that help build you up into a better man, and that's exactly what Christ was doing with all his apostles. Get verse, what is that? 16.
In John 15?
Yep.
It's John 15 and 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye walk ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
It's all good, but yeah, going to that same point that Christ chose the people who, his friends, right? He's the people that obviously the Most High gave to him, put in his hand. He's like, yep, these are the ones I'm going to do this with. And he chose them. And it wasn't just because he chose them to be my friend. No, you're going to be my friend. And I'm going to make sure that I shape you up to be the person that is going to be useful to the Father to bring forth fruit, right, to him. And that's essentially what we should be doing with each other, right? It's the friends, prove your friends. Okay, cool, you're a part of my crew now, but it's not just you're part of my crew, you have to bring forth fruit. This is what you have to do.
Build each other up.
Exactly.
So we could make them better servants for the Father too. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro. So we should be able to keep the commandments. And there is no greater the commandments than loving God and loving others as yourselves, right? And no greater love than to die for your friends. So ultimately, you want to be a good friend towards your friends and towards your family. And also you want to be a friend to Yahushua and the Father. Abraham was called a friend to God. You don't want to be called an enemy to God, right? Give me James 4:4, and this is the last verse.
I got a precept after James.
Okay.
This is James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world.
So if you're a friend of the world, what?
Is the enemy of God.
You are the enemy of God. If you want to be a friend, right? Be a friend, right? If not, you're gonna be an enemy to God if you're friends with the world, man. Right? You got something?
Yeah, it's this is Sirach 7 and 18. Change not a friend for any good by no means, neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir.
Right? So don't sell out your friends for some money, bro, or for some good things, bro. Like a good friend is priceless, bro, especially in your time of need. Do right by your people, bro. Do right by your brothers. You know what I'm saying? If people are doing right by you, don't be a dirtbag, bro. Do right by them too, right? You see your brother go the extra mile for you, bro. Do that back, bro. Don't just like feel comfortable, sit back and take it all. Like, you know, be a good person, bro. Be a good friend. Be a good husband. Be a good wife. Be a good sister. Be a good child. Be a good parent, right? Follow the spirit of this book, man, right? This is how you're gonna advance and grow, right, and be established in the correct light, right? So I'm just gonna get these last couple of precepts. Tribe of Issachar said, 1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar, right? For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen? Fire precept, right? Yeah. I got this brother that I hold camp with every weekend, talk all the time, right? If you don't even love your brother, how you gonna say you love Yahweh? You rocking fringes, hitting the streets. You just playing dress up at this point, bro, right? You wearing costumes at this point if you're not really following what the book say, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. All right. Anybody else got any precepts or anything they want to say before we close out? Go ahead. Everybody good? All right. Well, that was the end of this lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, definitely go back and check this video out again. Take some notes. You know what I'm saying? Rewatch it. Send it to your friends. Right?
Get the precepts.
And you know what I'm saying? Get these precepts, man. Study the precepts like Joshua 1:8 says. Meditate on it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it day and night. Practice it. Start to implement it in your life, right? And even myself, bro, I want to come back on this video and I want to be able to ponder on what I just taught, right? I can't just be giving these lessons to y'all and not following it myself, I want to be a better friend towards my brothers. I want to be, especially when my brothers being good friends towards me. I'm grateful to have these brothers in my life. You know what I'm saying? I want to do right by them too. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a good, you know what I'm saying, Saturday today. You know what I'm saying? May the spirit of the Most High God be upon y'all and your families. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Share the video and stay tuned, man. We gonna be going live shortly soon here in Stockton, California. Keep an eye on that. Turn on the notifications. We're gonna be going live at camp. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, right? And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the one true God, the living God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, right? And with that, I want to say shalom. Sister Tanya said, when are y'all going back to street teaching? We be street teaching every weekend. Sometimes we can't go live. We be having technical difficulties, especially on my phone. I got to get a new phone. My data too. I don't got unlimited data, but we hit the streets every weekend. Like since we started the camp, we haven't missed a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday and Saturday we go 2 days a week. You know what I'm saying? But Lord willing, we have our class live. I mean our camp live today. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that if you see it, man. But that, shalom. Appreciate y'all.
Shalom.
Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord, whom you seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in. Behold, he shall come, says the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. He shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. And he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.